pre-match meal. We are in Bierkeller. This is Phil Blundell. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to be in Bierkeller. And it is also worth pointing out that there's been a budget that I wish was more progressive, which was pretty progressive, followed up by horrendous rhetoric and politics on asylum seekers. Liverpool are managed by a bald man who's had an auspicious start to the season and looks good in European competition. It's a massive European night at Anfield, and Xabi Alonso's involved. It is not 2005. It is instead 2024. As we settle down here, Phil, you would understand if people were confused. The manager's enigmatic, but he gets results. He's tactically very switched on. It feels all very, very similar. There is Xabi Alonso, but Liverpool are on the march, and that's the big thing for the weekend. The Champions League group to date, there's genuine excitement, I think. I'm really looking forward to Tuesday night, and it's not about Xabi Alonso, it's about Liverpool.
Yeah, absolutely. We get to go and watch Liverpool again. 13 wins out of 15 for the manager so far. But a ridiculous start. It's a big game in terms of this gives us the real opportunity to make the last 4 games very straightforward, and especially winning in the League Cup, it makes there's a world where we can make January much easier for everyone if we win this and go into that with 5-6 wins. It's all of a sudden Liverpool are comfortably in the top 8, possibly even in the last 2, which gives you the advantage of not playing the other team in the top 2 until the final. Everything is in a good place, and it's what this new format is, isn't it? Playing games like this, you know, playing the German champions in November is not ordinary. But it's also, I think that this is why there's some people who don't like this, and I understand why. But then I think those people didn't enjoy Brighton away enough in the League Cup. It's playing the German champions in November, but not feeling like it's absolutely loaded with jeopardy. Instead, it's a big game between 2 really good teams, and I'm looking forward to it. I think the people who I think are especially eager to have jeopardy are living the games in quite the same way as those of us who have done for 6 or 7 years in a league challenge with Manchester City, when it feels like every game's a matter of life and death. I'm actually really looking forward to Tuesday from the point of view of the fact that it's got a load of pomp. They're a good side, we'll learn a thing or two, and we'll see some good sport. Yeah, but there was no jeopardy when we played Maribor over 2 games and won, 10-0 on aggregate or whatever. So it's not like it's a new thing, and ultimately the jeopardy is playing 2 more games, which I don't want to do. Yeah, I quite like the idea of 3 midweeks in February, particularly one of them is before we play Manchester City. Could be a massive week, massive time for Liverpool, just have a little bit of rest in the legs, and playing fewer games is better. And that's what this is about. This early stage is about. You get through, get yourself into that last 16, put yourself in a position where you can win this, and Liverpool can win this, and that isn't. I'm not saying it comes as a surprise, but I wasn't quite expecting to sit here in November and thinking everything is in play for Liverpool. I was thinking it might take a little bit of time, might just you might have to find things out, and the manager might have to muddle his way through a few things, which to an extent I think he is doing. I think that is happening. Yeah, I think that's happening. It is happening, but it's also we're winning games with ridiculous regularity and doing it well, doing it in different ways. I think the last 2 weekends, we've obviously only got 4 points the last 2 weekends. I'm just saying only, we played Arsenal away. It's not like it's a bad thing, but we had to come from behind on three separate occasions across the 2 games, and that's something that was a little bit different. And I like the way we keep finding different ways to do things and just being different. It's just fun. Everything about it's fun at the minute, isn't it?
They are the German champions. They've stuttered a tiny little bit at the start of the season. When I say stuttered, they've only lost 1 game in league and European competition, so let's be clear, this is not a side that's showing an unbelievable level of vulnerability. But what they are, Phil, is last season, some of those games that were ended at the 4 wins, 4 draws. Last season, some of those games that were draws, they were finding a way to win Leverkusen. They felt like they were on the wings, they were flying, they were in great nick. I think there's a little thing here where this is a massive game for them. They've had an extra day's prep from Liverpool's point of view, but it's off the back of another draw. And I think if Liverpool can keep the nerve, they can find a way to play well against this Leverkusen side, get ahead against them, and see what happens from there.
Yeah, I'm in a weird position in this weekend. I actually watched Leverkusen and didn't watch Liverpool because I was at a wedding on Saturday, which feels like I've got this the wrong way round somehow. But that's how it is. They were Friday night, and I thought I'll have a bit of a watch. They were playing Stuttgart. They were another Champions League side. I think they came 4th last season, if I remember correctly, maybe even 3rd. I'm not quite sure which way around they were with Dortmund, but they were the better side. They looked good. They moved the ball really well through the thirds. Everything was good.
YouTube
Press the button, become a member of the Anfield Wrap from the heart of the city of Liverpool. The best way to enjoy all your Liverpool-based videos, everything you need, every single day. It is the Anfield Wrap.